Hello friends, how are you? Now, third hybridization is sp3 hybridization. Just we follow this according to this way. First in C2H6, second in methane molecule, third in ammonia, and fourth in water molecule. This discussion is a crucial, very important. And this C2H6, just to understand from this one. Here, according to sp3 hybridization, that we discuss later on about the S character and P character. But just understand from this C2H6 ethane molecule that this particular ethane molecule, which is made up of 2 carbon atom, which is a central atom, and 6 hydrogen atom, okay, which is arranged according to tetrahedron, and we can say that corner. So here C2H6 according to structure is this. C single bond C bond length is 154 picometer. CH bond length is 109 picometer. When carbon in excited state, just you see electronic configuration of carbon in excited state. So here 2s, 2ps, 2py, and 2pz. They are not called 2s, 2ps, 2py, 2pz, but equal energy, equal shape, okay, and equal, we can say that sp3 hybrid orbital. So here 4 sp3 hybrid orbital obtained of this carbon atom, and another carbon atom also we can say that here hybrid orbitals. So you write it here hybrid orbitals. Same way here also hybrid orbitals. So here also 4 sp3 hybrid orbital is obtained. So carbon and carbon form here sigma bond by sp3 we can say that intermixing or say mixing, and another this 3 and another this 3. That means total 6 hydrogen is there. So they share here 1 electron, here 1 electron. So according to that, they are just arranged here sigma bond. Okay, with respect to, we can say that carbon containing any sp3 hybrid orbital with 1s orbital. So here 6 sp3 dash s orbital. Okay, this we can say that overlapping is possible, and that's why we can say that hybridization is sp3 hybridization, and shape is tetrahedral. Okay, that you have to discuss here in a methane also. So write it completely according to your NCERT textbook, and just we switch on towards this is the first part, C2H6 ethane molecule. According to that, sp3 hybridization takes place, and we write just this way. So carbon 2s orbital, that is 2s, that is sp3 hybrid orbital of carbon, sp3 orbital of carbon, they are overlapped with each other and form sigma bond. Now another, we can say that this and this, same way this and this. So this is considered as sp2 hybrid orbital, sp3 sorry, sp3 and sp3 hybrid orbital. Suppose ethene is there, then sp2, but here sp3, and this is of, we can select hydrogen sharing the electrons, and that's why here overlapping to form here sigma bond, and this is, we can say that due to hybrid orbital, this lobe become very just behind side, that's why we draw just like this way. So here this is H hydrogen atom, this is hydrogen atom, so 1s orbital, this is 1s orbital, 1s orbital, 1s orbital, 1s orbital, 1s orbital, and this is considered as sp3 hybrid orbital, sp3 hybrid orbital of carbon atom. Okay, and that's why here we can say that this is also sp3. So just you see 4 sp3 hybrid orbital is there. One is sharing with carbon atom sigma bond, another sharing with here another sigma bond, here 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 sigma bond. In ethene we can say that this particular, suppose 4 hydrogen is there at a time, one we can say that sp2 hybrid orbital do not take part in formation of bond. Okay, that is not considered sp2, but it is considered as p orbital, and this p orbital sharing their electrons. Okay, this carbon and this carbon sharing electrons, and due to that we can say that above and below side we can say that plane of pi bond. You know this, that overlap is occur. So here electron is obtained according to this way. This is called formation of pi bond. But here we can say that only sigma bond is there. So write it completely according to your NCERT textbook. And just we switch on towards this most important question, that methane, ammonia and water molecule, they are sp3 hybridization, but shape is different and bond angle is also different. Explain on the basis of hybridization and VSEPR principle. So here also VSEPR theory. So according to that, this question is very important. And then next question is that hybridization which is take part in the format with the help of d orbital. Okay, so this is a very important. So write it completely according to NCERT textbook. Write sentences also. Okay, sentences you write it completely, and according to that you have to write and just you understand from this figure. Take a screenshot. Now understand here sp3 hybridization in methane molecule. So first of all, in sp3 hybridization, S character is 25%. Remember, S character. How we find out this S character? Just you see 1 plus 3, 4 is there. So 4 is there, and 25% S character, and 75% we can say that S character is 25% and P character 75%. Remember this one. So this is the S character and this is a P character. Here we can say that in hybridization S orbital and 3 P orbital take part, and that's why just we say S orbital plus Px orbital plus Py orbital plus Pz orbital, and this is known as sp3 hybrid orbital. According to this way, just to understand, carbon Z is equal to 6, He core 2s2, 2px1, 2py1, and here is at 0. Suppose the carbon in excited state, He core 2s1, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz1. And just you see s orbital, p orbital, px orbital, py orbital and pz orbital is there. They are just overlapped and they become equi-energetic. Remember, this word is very important. Equi-energetic and equal shape. And that's why just you see one electron is present. This is known as sp3 hybrid orbitals. Hybrid orbital. Okay, so this is remember. So here 2s1, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz1 is there, and that's why sp3 hybrid orbital is obtained. Here just you see lobe is there. Just you know this according to overlapping. Okay, and that's why we can say that here plus sign is there. So positive overlapping is there. So sp3 hybrid orbital is obtained. When it is, we can say that carbon is attached with 4 hydrogen, or say bonded with 4 hydrogen atom at a time, they sharing their electron 1s. That means 2s orbital containing this become hybrid, and that's why this shape is different. It is not just like spherical. Okay, and here this shape is, we can say that just like this way, and you have to draw this way. This is, we can say, the hybrid orbital. Okay, so this carbon is there. And this plus lobe, this is considered as sp3 hybrid orbital. This is also sp3. This is also sp3, and this is also sp3 hybrid orbital, and they form sigma bond. And this bond angle is 109.5 degree. Okay, 109.5 degree. And this particular CH, we can say that CH bond arranged in a tetrahedral corner. Okay, tetrahedral corner, and according to that it's a tetrahedron. Just you see carbon, hydrogen, and above side hydrogen. And according to you know that repulsion is minimum in bonding pair. which principle, which particular theory? BSEPR theory, and that's why bond angle is 109.5 degree. Okay, and that's why we can say that methane molecule is a shape is tetrahedral. This shape is tetrahedral. Okay, so this is all about, we can say that methane molecule and hybridization. Shape is tetrahedral. So write it completely here. Shape is tetrahedral. So here all about here methane molecule, which is very very important. And now we switch on towards next molecule, that is ammonia, and next followed by water molecule, which having same vibration. But here due to, we can say, the lone pair of electron, we can say that in BSEPR principle, lone pair repulsion is a maximum. You know this one, you write, remember it, and according to that you have to write this. So write down methane molecule. Same way here, ammonia NH3 molecule, in which central atom is nitrogen. So according to that, electronic configuration of nitrogen Z is equal to 7 He core 2s2 to px1 to py1 and to pz1. Just see here, there is no chance these two electrons cannot transfer. Okay, so here in nitrogen excited state electronic configuration remains same. Okay, nitrogen in excited state electronic configuration is remains same, that is 2s2 to px1 to py1 and to pz1 in most outermost orbital. Okay, this is electronic configuration in excited state, and this 2s orbital contain lone pair of electron. So here this 2s orbital lone pair of electron, and this 2px, 2py and 2pz, they contain here one electron. But when they attach with hydrogen, when they bonded with hydrogen, at that time we can say that from valence shell, these 2s, 2px, these orbital become equi-energy, and that's why we can say that this is also sp3 hybrid orbital. Okay, these two electron, this one and this one, and another sharing of hydrogen electron is just like this way. So this is, we can say that sharing from hydrogen, 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 and this is considered as lone pair of electron. Okay, so according to that, suppose this carbon is remain same and it is attached with we can say hydrogen, there is no any question. But here on nitrogen, we can say that here suppose we consider nitrogen, so this is known as lone pair of electron. Okay, so lone pair of electron is there, and this 3 sp3 hybrid orbital is there, which is arranged in a this position, just distorted. Just to remember this word, distorted tetrahedral, because here lone pair is there, and here this is sp3 hybrid orbital, sp3. This is also sp3. This is also sp3. This is sp3, but lone pair of electron containing, and this is bonding pair. So they sharing that electron with hydrogen, and this is 1s orbital. 1s orbital of hydrogen, hydrogen and hydrogen. And here, according to BSEPR theory, you know that lone pair bonding pair is there. So repulsion is, we can say that, more as compared to bonding pair, and that's why we can say that here this repulsion is occur, and that's why this bond angle is changed, and which is considered as 107 degree. Okay, 107 degree, and it is reduced to, actually in a, suppose this is considered tetrahedral, at that time it is considered as 109.5 degree, but it is reduced up to, we can say that, 107 degree, and that's why this ammonia containing trigonal shape is pyramidal. Remember this one. Bond angle is 107 degree. Okay, this is lone pair of electron. Remember, this is considered as lone pair of electron. This sp3 hydrogen, this is also sp3 hydrogen, okay, and they are not we can say that form bond with hydrogen, but lone pair is there, and that's why we can say that distorted tetrahedral structure is obtained. And according to that, this ammonia, which also we can say that shown observed hybridization sp3 hybridization. Okay, but shape is different. Shape is trigonal pyramidal. Okay, shape is trigonal pyramidal, just like this way, trigonal pyramidal. Also distorted tetrahedral. Okay, and trigonal pyramidal is there, and bond angle is 107 degree. So write it completely from your NCERT textbook. We complete ammonia also, and that hybridization is sp3. Now we just see another last, that is in sp3 water molecule. So write it completely from NCERT textbook. Understand from this point of view. Write it sentences. Now here, last molecule is water molecule, and here central atom is oxygen. So just like this way shape. Okay, this lone pair of electron is there. Okay, and according to that shape is band, you know this one. But just understand from this, oxygen, electronic configuration of oxygen in a ground state, or say Z is equal to 8 Hg core 2s2 to px2 to py1 to pz1. When they come in excited state, same electronic configuration is there, but when it is attached with oxygen, when combined with two hydrogen atom, that is two hydrogen atom at a time, just this valence shell contains this type of, we can say that 1 2 3. So this is nothing but this energy is equal in spite of having lone pair of electron. Remember this one. So here 2s, so this is considered as sp3 hybrid orbitals. Sharing the electrons, here 2 electron, here 2 electron. Just you see, this is from, we can say that oxygen, and 2 hydrogen share the electron just like this way. So according to in a space, we can say that oxygen will do just like this way. Lone pair of electron is present. Okay, first of all we write bonding pair. So bonding pair is there. That's why this oxygen share this electron with this sp3 hybrid orbital, and another this sp3 hybrid orbital, and we can say that sharing with hydrogen atom. Now see, another lone pair of electron is also present, so we have to draw just like this way, and another just like this way. So this is nothing but lone pair of electron. They are not formation of bond. Okay, lone pair of electron is there. So this is overlapping. This is overlapping. When the overlap spin is opposite, remember this one. This is sp3 hybrid orbital. This is also sp3 hybrid orbital. Now this is also considered as sp3 hybrid orbital, but containing only lone pair. They are not take for formation of bond with hydrogen atom. And this is 1s orbital. This is 1s orbital. So here sigma bond is there. Here sigma bond is there. And according to shape is just like tetrahedral is there, but you know that here lone pair is there, lone pair bonding pair is there, and bonding pair is also there. So according to BSAPR theory, we can say that bond angle is changed 109.5 degree to 104.5 degree. So maximum repulsion takes place, and that's why this bond angle is, we can say that 104.5 degree. Okay, and shape is we can say that band. Okay, shape is band. So this is we explain on the basis of, and that's why this hybridization is considered as sp3 hybridization. Okay, just to see 1 2 3 4, these 4 atomic orbitals are there, and they form 4, we can say that, hybrid orbitals. So in certain future, you know this one, also important conditions for hybridization, it is also satisfied. And you know that here lone pair is also take part in the form, we can say that, hybridization. So this is all about here. Lone pair of electron is present, and due to that lone pair repulsion is maximum. Okay, but lone pair bonding pair repulsion just minimum, and bonding pair also we can say that repulsion is minimum as compared to lone pair, and that's why this bond angle is changed, and that is 104.5 degree. So remember this one. According to BSc theory, lone pair repulsion is maximum, lone pair bonding pair repulsion is minimum as compared to lone pair, and in bonding pair repulsion is minimum as compared to lone pair bonding pair. So this is all about here sp3 hybridization. So here we can say that methane, ammonia, and water molecule, they having sp3 hybridization, but shape is tetrahedral, trigonal, pyramidal, and band respectively, and bond angle is, we can say that 109.5 degree, here 107 degree, and here in water 104.5 degree. So write it completely according to your NCERT textbook. Just 104.5 degree, just confirm it. Maybe 104.5 degree is there. Okay, so 104.5 degree exact. So this is all about here sp3 hybridization. Now we see just once again, just we complete first sp hybridization, in which we take example of BeCl2 and C2H2. Okay. Second, we complete sp2 hybridization, in which we give example of C2H4. Okay, and another example is BeCl3. Okay. Third, just we switch on towards this topic, which is very important, sp3 hybridization, in which first we complete C2H6, second we complete this way methane, third we complete here ammonia, and fourth we complete here water molecule. So this is all about hybridization up to, we can say that, sp3, sp2, and sp hybridization. Just see, first we complete sp hybridization, this is sp2 hybridization, and this is sp3 hybridization. Remember, this question asked many times, so write it completely. Now we switch on towards hybridization, in which d orbital also participate. Okay. So here we give certain data regarding also certain compound which shown hybridization according to d orbital. So remember here, take a screenshot of this, write it from your NCERT textbook. Now here, hybridization of elements involving d orbitals. The elements present in third period contain d orbitals in addition to s and p orbitals. The energy of the 3d orbitals are comparable to the energy of the 3s and 3p orbitals, and also comparable with 4s and 4p orbital. Remember, this energy is comparable with, we can say that, 3s and 3p orbital, as well as comparable with 4s and 4p orbital. As a consequence, the hybridization involving either 3s, 3p and 3d, 3s, 3p and 3d, or 3d, 4s and 4p is possible. Once again, 3s, 3p and 3d, or 3d, 4s and 4p is possible. However, since the difference in energies of 3p and 4s orbitals is significant, so no hybridization involving 3p, 3d and 4s orbitals is possible. Remember this one, 3p, 3d and 4s orbital is possible. No hybridization, remember. No hybridization involving 3p, 3d and 4s orbitals is possible. Okay, so this is we can say that explain the basis of energies, and here we have to learn that particular with the help of hybridization one tabular form is there in which s orbital, p orbital and d orbital take part in hybridization, and which molecule is there, which hybridization is there, and what is the other, we can say that which type of hybridization is there, that given in that tabular form. So write it completely here, third period, because in third period d orbital is just introduced. Okay, so in third period d orbital is introduced, just like in a phosphorus, that is PCl5, and another example is SF6. Okay, there is an example, many examples are there, but here just we write one tabular form, and from that we have to remember, and which is very important for MCQ questions also. So write it completely according to your NCERT text. Now here, hybridization of elements involving d orbitals. So here just you see, sequence is given, shape of molecule or ions, hybridization type, atomic orbitals and examples. So first we discuss here square planar. Hybridization is dsp2. Hybridization is dsp2. D plus s plus p2. Atomic orbitals is there. Example is NiCl4 to minus ion and PtCl4 to minus ion. This example is suitable for square planar. Another is trigonal bipyramidal TBP. So this hybridization is sp3d. One s orbital plus 3 we can say that p orbital plus d orbital. Example is phosphorus pentafluoride. Another is third is a square pyramidal. Hybridization is sp3d2, in which atomic orbitals is s plus 3p orbital and plus 2d orbital, and that's why here we get the example is BrF5, bromine pentafluoride. Okay, so bromopentafluoride, that's right. So BrF5 is there. Octahedral, fourth one, hybridization is sp3d2 or d2sp3. This is considered as outer and this is considered as inner. So here s plus p3 orbital plus d, that is 2d orbital. When we consider this at a time, or we need to write 2d orbital plus 1s orbital plus 3p orbital. Example is sulfur hexafluoride, Cr6 minus ion, complex is there, CONS3 3 plus. This is a, we can say that this is also complex is there. You have to detail study in a standard 12. So don't bother about here. Just you in according to your discussion and here formation of PCl5 and formation of SF6, it is in your syllabus, in NCERT syllabus. So we discussed that topic. So write it completely. Remember it. This question asked many times. Which shape is there? Okay, PCl5. What is shape of that? BrF5. What is shape of that? Okay, according to that question is asked. So remember this particular tabular form, and which hybridization is there, which we can match the following. This type of question is also there. So write it completely. Remember it. It is very important in MCQ as well as in competitive exam. So write it. Take a screenshot. Okay, now here formation of PCl5. Hybridization is sp3d hybridization. So remember here phosphorus, which is act as a central atom. So first of all write down electronic configuration of phosphorus in a ground state. So phosphorus, that is equal to 50, ground state, electronic configuration. Remember electronic configuration, EC. So P is equal to 50, Ne equal 3s2, 3px, 3py, 3pz, now 3d and then 4s. Okay, so 3s2, 3px, 3py and 3pz. Okay, so here 3s2, 3px1, 3py1, 3pz1. So 10 plus 2, 12 and plus 3, that is 15. Now in 3s orbital we can say that just in excited state electronic configuration is different. This 3s orbital containing 2 electron entered in a 3d orbital, and that's why we write this way: 3s orbital 2 electron, here 1 1 1, and 3d is total 5. Remember, this is 3d. So here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, this is empty. When phosphorus came in excited state, when it is bonded with chlorine, at that time in excited state, phosphorus, we have to put this track. Okay, do you know this one? Okay, now at that time we can say that in a valence cell, this is not take part in the formation of bond. But just to see, this 3s is there, this 3s orbital, this is, we can say that 3px, 3py, 3pz, and this is, we can say that 3d orbital, this is 3p orbital, this is 3s orbital, 1 electron here, 1, 1, 1 and 1 here. So here these orbital, when they are completely bonded with chlorine at a time, this we can say that energy is equal, and that's why here this orbital now not called 3s, but it is considered as how many? 3s, that is 1 s orbital, 3 p orbital and 1 d orbital. So this is considered as, we can say that, sp3d hybrid orbital. This is also sp3d hybrid orbital. This is also sp3d hybrid orbital. This is also sp3d hybrid orbital. Now how many chlorine is there? It is reacts with, we can say that it is bonded with 5 chlorine. So here chlorine is there. Suppose we consider electron from chlorine. So here chlorine, outermost orbital is there. Suppose this chlorine, another, we consider here chlorine, here also chlorine, and here also chlorine. So they share their 2pz electron, chlorine, 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 chlorine. 1 electron is there in 2pz orbital, and they share with this 3s with respect to this. That means sp3 with respect to this 2pz, sp3 to pz, sp3 to pz, sp3 to pz, sp3 to pz. So total 5 sigma bond is formed. And that's why this hybridization is considered as sp3d hybridization. And according to study of this, phosphorus which is attached in a, we can say that 3 which is attached in a trigonal plane, just like this way. And another which is, we can say that attached, this is considered as equatorial bond. Remember, PCl equatorial, and another is just this bond is a longer, okay, as compared to this bond, because repulsion is maximum, Cl and Cl, and that's why we can say that here shape is trigonal. Just to see, trigonal bipyramidal. This is one pyramidal, this is one pyramidal, and this is another pyramidal. Just to see, this is another pyramidal. So here Cl is there, this is another, this is the 1, 2 and 3. So according to that, here we can say that trigonal shape is trigonal bipyramidal. Okay, trigonal bipyramidal. Just you write it here. Okay, so here PCl is there. Okay, it's correct. But remember, this PCl, which is bonding pair in a triangular, that means in a same plane, having becomes repulsion minimum. But this is considered as equatorial bond. Remember, it is considered as equatorial bond. But this PCl and this PCl is observed as axial bond, and that's why this bond is a longer as compared to this bond. So this bond is a longer and we can say that weak as compared to this bond, and that's why this PCl5 is more reactive. So according to your in NCERT textbook, this sentence is written. Just you read that sentence, it is very correct. It should be noted that all the bond angles in trigonal bipyramidal geometry are not equal. That means this angle and this angle is 120 degree, but this angle show 90 degree. Okay, axial with this equatorial is shown 90 degree. Now in PCl5, the 5 sp3d orbitals of phosphorus overlap with thus singly occupied p orbital of chlorine atom to form 5 PCl sigma bond. Thus you see PCl5 sigma bond is there. Okay, 3 PCl bond lie in a one plane and making an angle of 120 degree. Okay, now with each other, these bonds are termed as equatorial bond. These bonds are equatorial bond, and this bond which is lying above and below the plane, it is considered as axial bond. Remember, okay? And here write down, this is very important, with term as equatorial bond, the remaining 2 PCl bond, one lying above and other lying below the equatorial plane. Due to that, we can say that an angle of 90 degree, this angle is 90 degree with the plane. These bonds are called axial bonds. As the axial bonds suffer more repulsion interaction from the equatorial bond band, therefore axial bonds have been found to be slightly longer and hence slightly weaker than the equatorial bond. This bond is a slightly longer, this bond is a slightly shorter. Okay, this is shorter and this is longer, and that's why this axial bond is a weaker, okay, as compared to equatorial bond, which makes PCl5 molecule more reactive. PCl5 molecule more reactive because PCl5 molecules more reactive. What is the reason? Because 2PCl axial bond is weaker as compared to 3 or say equatorial bond. And that's why they will easily break. So this is a very important reason. Write it completely from NCERT textbook. This question asked for, we can say 3 marks or 4 marks. Write a note on hybridization in PCl5. So to write this one, say this trigonal bipyramidal, this axial and equatorial bond angle CLP is 90 degree, but this CLPCL here axial with equatorial 90 degree, but in equatorial CLPCL bond angle is 120 degree. So this shape is trigonal bipyramidal, and because hybridization is sp3d hybridization. So write it completely from your NCERT textbook, and now we switch on towards next molecule, that is SF6. Now, last hybridization, formation of SF6 sp3d2 hybridization. So here sulfur is a central atom and fluorine is considered as a, we can say that, attached with 6 fluorine attached with sulfur atom. So here hybridization is sp3d2 hybridization, and in ground state in valence cell electronic configuration is 3s2 3p, we can say that 3ph2 3py1 3pz1 and 3d0. But in excited state these two electron which we consider promoted to, we can say the 3d orbital. So here this electron here and this electron here, so all electron is unpaired in and this is nothing but sp3d2 hybrid orbitals, and which is bonded with 6 fluorine, okay, 6 fluorine atom, and hybridization is sp3d2 hybridization, in which this fluorine atom is arranged according to octahedral geometry. Octahedral, that means what? Just like this way, you understand from this figure, understand from this, sulfur which is in the center, fluorine, 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 above side fluorine and below side fluorine. So this type of, we can say that arrangement take part, and that is nothing but octahedral geometry, okay, of SF6. And this sp3d2 hybridization, this is regular geometry which is considered as octahedral, and this bond angle between SF and S is all containing 90 degree. Remember, FSF bond angle 90 degree. Here understand? Here also 90 degree. Here also, this is also 90 degree. This is also 90 degree. This is also 90 degree. Okay. So this formation of SF6 is sp3d2 hybridization, which is, we can say that axial equator is also there, but octahedral geometry is there, and sp3d2 hybridization here take part. So here f orbital here, so f atom, 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 that is total 6 fluorine atom, which is we can say that bonded with sulfur in excited state, 6 total sp3d2 hybrid orbital of this sulfur and arranged in a octahedral, we can say the geometry. This is all about, we can say the hybridization. So remember here formation of PCl5 and formation of SF6. Okay, so this is all about lecture number 11. Hybridization on topic is complete. Now we switch on towards molecular orbital theory in lecture number 12. Thank you very much. Take a screenshot, write it from your NCERT textbook. Read it very carefully. Take a screenshot.